Welcome back, y'all. This is Jimmy from Just the Facts, and today I'm going to give you 4 bold predictions that I have for this 2020-2021 NBA season. Now, it's fast approaching. I had to think of all of this stuff within the last week or so. And I will say right now, these are bold predictions, so they're more than likely not going to happen. So I might be going out on a limb on a lot of these, but it's just a bold prediction, right? It's not supposed to be something that actually happens or takes place. So don't be too hard on me. So with that being said, let's just get into this. The Miami Heat will be the #1 seed in the East. And I can't believe I'm saying a team coming fresh off the NBA Finals and the Miami Heat will be the 1 seed is a bold prediction, but it is. You can easily make the argument that the Bucks have been the #1 offense and #1 defense over the past 2 regular seasons, winning 60 plus games, etc. And they've gotten even better this season. How can you not put them as the #1 seed? Or you can say that the duo of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are the best in the East and KD is the best player in the conference. How could they not be the #1 seed? Well, first, I think the Bucks will take their foot off the gas pedal in the regular season so they can just really focus in on the playoffs. And with the addition of Jrue Holiday, it will lead to the Bucks experimenting with new game plans and lineups, and I think that could cost them a couple games in the regular season. As for the Nets, they have a ton of questions to figure out. Will we see KD back to his normal self? How will Steve Nash fare as a first-time head coach? Can Kyrie Irving stay healthy? Is the team chemistry going to hold up in Brooklyn? These are all questions that must be answered by the Nets, and that will lead them to a 3 seed in my book. This leaves the door open for the team with the best chemistry in the East, the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo will get even better this season, especially offensively. Tyler Hero will even get better this season after a great performance in the playoffs as a rookie. Jimmy Butler is the perfect fit for the Heat culture, as he will lead the way for this group of hungry players that have something to prove. Eric Spoelstra is arguably the best coach in the East. He always seems to have his teams competing at a very high level. Goran Dragic will be back and healthy. The Heat have also picked up Avery Bradley, as he has become underrated at this point and is a great fit for the Heat. Precious Achiuwa seems like he can be a possible steal for the Heat, as Pat Riley and Coach Spo do a great job of identifying and developing talent. They're one of, if not the deepest team in the league. Couple that with the crazy run they went on last year and the coaching and toughness, along with the chip on these guys' shoulders, the Miami Heat will be the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Number 3, I think Devin Booker wins the scoring title. Now, looking back on it, I'm really going out on a limb here, but it is what it is. There are so many other guys that have a better chance of leading the league in scoring. Steph Curry will for sure be in top 5 in points this year. As Klay Thompson is out once again due to injury, Steph doesn't have any shooters around him, so it will be the Steph Curry show all season. Damian Lillard has been top 5 in scoring over the past 2 seasons, and he's looking to take his game to even another level. I could easily say that he'll lead the league in scoring. And I can't forget about the scoring king right now, James Harden, who has been a top 2 leading scorer in the NBA over the past 6 seasons, and have been in the top 5, 8 seasons in a row. He's the safest bet to win a scoring title. Even guys like Giannis, KD, AD, and LeBron all have a case to be the scoring leader. But no, I will go out on a limb and say that Devin Booker will win the scoring title. You might ask, why do you think that? Or how could he do that with CP3 handling the ball? It's simple, let me explain. Chris Paul has shown that he can still run offense at a very high level, even without the greatest offensive pieces around him. If Shea averaged 19 points per game on an efficient 47% shooting, imagine the damage D-Book can do. Booker can now just focus solely on scoring. We all talk about him and his 27 points per game average over the past 2 seasons, but we don't talk about how he also averaged 6 assists during that same time frame. Now, with Chris Paul creating most of the offense, he will make Devin better, as I easily expect Booker to average over 30 on good efficiency. DeAndre Ayton will improve under Chris Paul as well. He will be a force down low and be a great pick and roll / pick and pop guy. Ayton will help take some pressure off of Book, but not too much. Book can score in so many ways, on the ball and off the ball. That's what makes him so dangerous. He's very versatile. He can come off a pin down to catch and shoot from 3 and mid-range. He can go ISO and score from anywhere on the court. His handle's good enough to blow by even some of the toughest defenders in the league. So Devin Booker's skill set, along with Chris Paul taking the pressure off of him, along with the point that Devin Booker has to prove to the NBA when they didn't select him as being a real all-star last season, will lead him to be the scoring champ this season. Now, the 4th and final bold prediction I have for this video is that the Jazz and the Pacers will not make the playoffs this season. This one was tough for me, but yes, I believe the Utah Jazz and Indiana Pacers will both miss out on the playoffs in 2021. These teams seem kind of parallel in my eyes. They're both small markets. They both have been pretty damn consistent over the past 6-7 years or so. Let's start with the Jazz. I think we can all agree that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert is not the duo that would do much damage in the West. Mitchell is a little better than I thought he would be, but he's not good enough to be the best player on a contending team. Couple that with the fact that Rudy Gobert is not a good fit next to Mitchell, it gives me concerns that this team will regress as a whole. I fully understand that they could have really used Bogdanovich last year down the stretch and in the playoffs. I understand that Jordan Clarkson is a nice 16 point per game scorer for them. I understand that the Jazz are an overall tough defensive team. With all that being said, it won't be good enough to make the playoffs in the West. The Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and Blazers are locked for playoffs in my book. The Suns, Warriors, Mavericks, and Rockets all have better rosters and higher upside, I think. Like I said, I think James Harden is staying in Houston, therefore they will have a better roster than the Utah Jazz. It's about time the Jazz start moving away from Rudy Gobert and actually try to build some type of championship team around Donovan Mitchell before it's too late. On to the Pacers though, the first question that has to be asked here, does Victor Oladipo even want to be in Indiana? There were reports that he wanted out earlier this offseason, but that has died down a little bit for now. I fully understand that the Pacers missed Domantas Sabonis in the playoffs last season. I understand that Victor Oladipo wasn't the same because he didn't fully recover from his injury just yet. I understand that Miles Turner, TJ Warren, Malcolm Brogdon, and the Holiday Bros are solid. With all that being said, it won't be enough to make the playoffs in my book. There's a very good chance that Victor Oladipo isn't an all-star caliber player anymore, or he gets traded. Hell, there's even some serious talks about Miles Turner being moved from the Pacers. If Nate McMillan could have got this team to overachieve year in and year out, any coach worse than McMillan won't be very good with this team. The Heat, Bucks, Nets, Sixers, Celtics, and Raptors are all locks for the playoffs in my book. I believe the Wizards and Hawks both have better rosters and higher upside than the Indiana Pacers. With that being said, they will miss the 2021 playoffs as well. The Pacers can keep treading water from now to the end of time. There y'all have it. Those are my 4 bold predictions. I was trying to come up with a couple more that I could put in here, but I'm going to hold off on those. Another bold prediction I was thinking about putting there, I'll just say it right now. I was going to pick Kobe White to win Most Improved Player, but I know Most Improved, a lot of guys usually win it in their 3rd seasons. You've seen that with CJ McCollum. You've seen that with Paul George. You've seen that with Brandon Ingram. So third or 4th year is the year that guys really win that Most Improved Player of the Year. And Kobe White's in his 2nd season, so I don't think he's ready for that just yet. But that was going to be my other bold prediction that I was going to put in this video. But with that being said, let me know y'all bold predictions for this NBA season. I'm excited to see what y'all got to say, man. Hope it's not too crazy. But hope y'all don't think my bold predictions were too crazy. Let me know. But this is Jimmy from Just the Facts, and I'm signing out. Peace.